In this Valentine's Gate reading, all four cards came out in the reverse, but the polarity was read both ways, revealing something powerful about the collective's intimacy cycle. The Eight of Cups reverse shows that many are revisiting past relationships, not necessarily to return, but to resift, to ask, where was I actually fulfilled? What parts of that connection nourished me? Even if walking away was necessary, there are aspects worth reclaiming: consistency, devotion, emotional presence. This is about regrowth, rewatering what is healthy, replanting love in soil that can sustain it. The sun reversed speaks to blocked vitality in the heart. The collective desires visibility. They want to be celebrated, not hidden. They want to feel chosen in public and cherished in private. There's a longing to be acknowledged, to be radiant within partnership, not dimmed or overshadowed. This card reveals a hunger for warmth, recognition, and shared joy. The King of Swords reverse highlights a rejection of cold, entitled energy. The collective is moving away from partners who speak down to them, who feel superior, who weaponize intellect, or who discard people once their ego is satisfied. There is clarity now around mental manipulation and emotional detachment. This is about refusing relationships where love feels like hierarchy instead of a union. Finally, the Knight of Swords, as a foundation, shows a true desire beneath it all: consistent love, steady pursuit, romantic expression that doesn't disappear. The collective wants to be courted, not confused. They want emotional availability that flows regularly, not bursts. This is about opening the gate to love that is abundant, expressive, and reliable. Overall, this reading reveals a season of recalibration. The collective is not chasing intensity for the sake of drama. They are revisiting the past to extract wisdom, restoring healthy heart vitality, rejecting intellectual arrogance, and choosing steady, emotionally available love as the new foundation. Let's tap in. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Bethany, Alexandria. I am your host and reader, Thelia. A warm welcome back to our new and returning viewers, and to our subscribers, a special shout out. Welcome to this Valentine's Gate reading. This transmission is anchored under angel number 1144 and angel number 606. 1144 speaks to structure, protection, and the stability of the temple. It asks whether the foundation you are building intimacy on is solid, whether your body, your energy, and your emotional space are protected. 606 carries the lover's frequency. It is about reciprocity, emotional responsibility, and balanced union. It asks whether the connection you are entertaining is mutual, mature, or aligned. So today we are not just talking about romance. We're talking about intimacy. We're talking about the body. We're talking about what the collective is actually feeling right now when it comes to desire, connection, and vulnerability. When the body is aroused, there is a pulse, a pounding, a heat that rises in the pelvis. That rhythm is life force. It is not just physical sensation. It is your nervous system activating. It's your body saying, I am alive. And when that pulse meets another pulse, something happens. For some people, it feels grounding. For some, it feels overwhelming. For some, it feels karmic. For others, it feels like awakening. Under 1144, the question becomes, is your foundation secure enough to hold this intensity? Under 606, the question becomes, Is this desire emotionally responsible? Is it balanced? Is it reciprocal? Because passion without structure will collapse. Desire without grounding, destabilizing. And intimacy without awareness creates cords that linger far longer than the moment itself. This reading may resonate with you if you've been seeing foundational master numbers 4, 4, and 3, 3 also coming through. There is a collective craving right now for intensity, for being felt deeply, for certainty in connection. But intensity without safety does not nourish. It destabilizes the nervous system. So this Valentine's season, the real inquiry is not simply who you want touching your body. It's who you trust to hold your nervous system, who you trust to meet your vulnerability, who you trust to build something stable with your fire. We're going to look at 4 things in this reading: what the body is craving, what the heart is longing for, what shadow or imprint may be interfering, and what foundation needs to be strengthened for healthy intimacy. Under 1144, protect your temple. Under 606, honor reciprocal love. Choose passion that is grounded. Choose desire that is conscious. Choose intimacy that does not cost you your stability. Passion is sacred when the foundation is secure. So we're going to tap into this reading by looking at 4 cards. And I'm using a adult focused deck, so I will not be showing the cards. Spirit guides, protect me from any ambulations of show. No showing of the cards. Thank you. So the first card going over is the body. This is what the collective is physically craving right now, not what they're saying they want, what their nervous system is actually asking for. And we'll be looking at whether or not it's intensity, softness, is it reassurance, is it excitement. The second will be the heart, what the collective is emotionally longing for under angel number 606. This is the reciprocal check or reciprocity check. And we're checking for whether or not you want partnership, validation, or stability. Could be closure as well. And what is the emotional truth beneath the desire? The third position is the shadow. This is what may be interfering. Old cords, fear of vulnerability, attachment patterns, past imprint from lovers who destabilized the foundation. This is where 1144 steps in and asks, what is weakening the structure? The fourth position is the foundation. What needs to be strengthened or protected in order for intimacy to be healthy right now? Boundaries, communication, self-worth, emotional maturity. This card tells how to stabilize passion so it doesn't become chaos. So we're looking at body, heart, shadow, and foundation. And I would like to be very clear that this reading is open and inclusive to any ear that will listen. Let there be no cap or ceiling placed on gender identity, social identity, intimate identity. It is irrelevant over here. We are doing work at the soul level. Angel number 1202 coming through. And we are not ageist over here. Life has a way of dismissing individuals as they age. And we like to forget those that came before us. But the divine has a different plan for you. And so if you are a mature listener, you are also included. This is irregardless of whether or not you have a disability. This is for everyone. Okay, so let's dive into the messages. Ancestors, spirit guides, Archangel Michael, Archive Faith, thank you for your protection. All our mighty ancestors across all realms and dimension, across all realities, those inclined to unconditional love and divine service, those who are refined in their nature, we invite you into this space. We give you thanks for assisting in presenting us with messages that are truly relevant to our evolution in life at this time. So for the first position, the body, as a collective, what are we craving right now, guys? Let's be honest. What are we craving? I have the Eight of Cups in the reverse. There is a huge longing here, collective, for going back to a time when the cup of love was open and flowing, when we felt loved, acknowledged, when we felt like we were in a consistent cycle of getting that nice, tender, intimate care that is so vital to the nervous system, to healing, to the expression of love through sensual intimacy. Some of you may have decided to put intimacy on the back burner due to past hurt, cords or attachments that are still lingering. Maybe you are still in a phase of healing as well. But whatever it is that you've walked away from, you may have found yourself recently in your head quite a bit, thinking about the loves and lovers that were of the past. And beyond the bitterness, you may be coming to a point where you're now able to sift through the things that were good, the things that really set your body on fire, the things that even if they have proven now in the present moment to have been illusions or lessons, that they are serving you a bit of a silver platter of an opportunity for you to go back and reclaim the gold trinkets that exist. You may be sifting your emotional cup at this time. Your nervous system wants consistent love, dependable love, trained love, persistent love, detailed love. The Eight of Cups, the guides are showing me the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles precedes the Seven, and this requires much bridging of not just hitting the sweet spot, but still carrying the project along and bringing it into stardom, bringing it into new heights. And this is the love that you are looking for. You want consistency. If you're in a partnership, you're at the soul level, your nervous system wants regular tending too. It could be foot rubs. It could be your partner walking up behind you and, applying touch to certain sacred somatic points of the body along the back, along the spine area. What about those special places that you may have discovered within your intimate time, your intimate learning, your intimate liaison? And I'm seeing there's a digging through here in the attic of what love is for you. The divine is giving you an invitation to return, to go back into the past. They're giving you safe carriage for you to say, okay, when I was in this place at this time with this person, these were the gems that I received in the relationship. These were the things that filled my cup. Now, for the heart, your emotional longing. Where is it that you really need to see and experience give and take? We have the sun. Now, I do note these cards did come out in the reverse. Whether or not I take them in the upright, I will still touch on each polarity. We no longer want relationships that place us in states of depression, relationships where we are being siphoned from, where the partner is inadequate and they are not a match. We may have in the past found ourselves in unequally yoked relationships. You could have been a ball of sunshine, and maybe the person that you were with had other plans for you that in retrospect you're just becoming aware of. Or maybe they just had a disposition at that time of not being a vital force for you. They took from you more than they gave. The sun energy is planting and reaping over a time, expressed in the rising and setting of the sun. You want to bring life back into your love playground with the sun. You want to be seen as someone who deserves to be treasured, who deserves to be loved in equal measure, not to be siphoned from, not to be ganged upon and used by others around you, not to be fed the illusion of partnerships only to be with individuals who were cold and emotionally withdrawn and unsupporting. Your heart needs light. You want laughter. I'm seeing a couple here, one running the other around the room with a wooden spoon with some kind of cake mixture or cake batter on it. You want to be a child again. This is you wanting to be up on the horse of life, the horse of your person. This is you having a good furlong ride when it comes to the love department. Not people who are so immature or they're so vampirical that they have no regard for you. They lack sacredness. These people, they would never be able to even intuit. They wouldn't care to intuit whether or not you had a need that required that they exercise a certain type of treatment towards you. Maybe you've had children. Maybe you have scar marks from bearing the honor and privilege of carrying life into this world, and you're not as secure about your body. You are looking for a partnership that will illuminate a light upon you that is beyond the limitations that you have faced in the past. For the third position, the shadow, let's look at the part of us, the old part, the old city walls that still hold cords into or conscious subconscious mind, feeding or experiences of fear, of being vulnerable. These patterns that have kept us held back from moving forward. We have the King of Swords. The shadow, imprint from lovers that destabilize the foundation. Those who had the gift of gab, but they used it to serve their shadow. They used it to serve their dishonesty, 1212 on the timer. They used it to be brutish. They used it to receive care from the goddess. And while you knelt by their feet with your alabaster oil, you unknowingly were serving a complete asshole. A brutish individual that felt entitled, that lacked sacredness and humility. And on the other spectrum, it was those individuals who refused to acknowledge your relationships. And these individuals may have been the cause for forcing you to walk away. And that is a good choice. Anyone who wants to keep you hidden, that is gross disrespect, and that individual shouldn't even be a friend of yours. They shouldn't be an acquaintance. People who are of shady character should have no attachment to you at all. Individuals who would want to be in Congress with you, but would speak callously, would have no cup to offer you in the end. There could have been individuals here who, beyond speech, their attitude alone, now that you sit to think in retrospect, was stink and foul. And the service, love, and attention that they may have received from you, they may have not deserved at all. And this is what's lurking in the consciousness of the shadow. We see vying for the fourth position of the foundation, this Taurus energy. What are your values? When you think about the institution of anything, of life, of intimacy, what is it built upon? This fourth position is what needs to be strengthened or protected in order for intimacy to be healthy for us as a collective at this time. We have the Knight of Chalice. Being open to being pursued, being open to being admired, being open to inquiry, to emotional inquiry from suitors, potential suitors. Are you available? Are you single? Excuse me. What's your name? Would it be okay if we exchange contact? I'd like to take you out. So collective, here we are. At the body position, we have needing a reestablishment, a rebuilding of an architecture that still carries from the past, those satisfying cycles of intimacy, kisses, touches, warm affection, having a genuine friendship with the person that you call your partner, genuinely liking this person, and knowing that should you be in a cabin in the woods somewhere, the power is out and you're being attacked, that there's only one option, and it's that you're both making it out. Consistency, reliability. This Eight of Cups energy is softness. You may have walked away from these relationships, but what softness did you get to enjoy from them? And going back and recollecting those cups. Second position at the heart, we have this Sun energy, moving out of those situations that created clouds over your sunny, vibrant disposition of being celebrated in love making, in intimacy. Bloody hell, this could be your old man. He's coming off the highway from his tow truck business, And he decides to, pick you up a little floral bouquet, while he picked up steak at the supermarket, whatever it is. You know, you see that his work gear, it's coming to that point where, no, 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 honey, you're not leaving the house like this. That's not what we're about. We are a joint force over here. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. Consistent care that matters to you, that's relevant to you. Maybe you don't give two shits about flowers. Maybe flowers bring you bad memory. How do you like to be loved? How do you like to be loved down and loved upon? You like your man to be coming up behind you, nuzzling his neck. Some masculines take great pride after lovemaking in seeing their feminine walking around in their shirt, in their boxers. What care and attention do you need to keep your nervous system balanced and thriving? Third position is the shadow, King of Swords. Your ability to enter into the mentality of me. What do you do with that? Are you trying to build me up? Are you speaking words that feed the vital force of the relationship and the connection that we are building? Are you awake? Hello? Is anybody home in there? Do you care about this relationship? Are you even my equal? Being in relationships where your lover speaks sweetly to you. You are valued. This person speaks in a way where, whether they are home or abroad, your man could be traveling. He's in the airport in Amsterdam and he's telling people, pulling out his phone, showing them his beloved, this magnificent woman, his other half, that he has a home, that he's going home to. This is a beautiful reading. Collective, we're owning where we are, what our needs are, as we move through this beautiful Valentine's Gate. If you found this reading to be enlightening, revealing, or affirming of your experience, I invite you back for the next reading. Until next time, all my love.